when we are going to the reports, you can also check the control lists. Control list pregnancy, for example. When you open the report, you have to click retrieve to retrieve all the new data. And here on the right hand side we can see the selection. Present is yes, and days after service is more than 130 days. All the sows with a pregnancy length of more than 130 days are missing here on this report. The same goes with control list mating and control list weaning. These are just checkups for your data. You can also change the name of the lists of the reports. For this one, you click on the right hand side of your mouse and you click rename. Here you can give the report a new name. When we go down a little bit, we can see period results. We can see period results of the finishers and period results of the sows. When we click on one, for example the period results of the sows, then we click retrieve. On the right hand side we can see the selection in a different way than we have seen before. The period type is set on month. We want to see the results per month. The reference date is the date till we are counting, the 31st of December. And here we can see the number of periods. One period is 1 month, 3 periods is 3 months. And here we can see all the numbers, all the results. When we are going to the columns, we can see the columns that are selected are seen on the report, and the columns that are available, not seen at the report. The same goes with the period results of the finishers. We are retrieving the data. And we are seeing here period type is also a month, reference date is the 31st of December, and the different periods. And also here the numbers, the results of the finishers. You can see all the reports that are opened are still open here above. You can close them over here. Further down, we can see the working lists, often used in stables. For example, the sows to farrowing pen are the sows that have to farrow. When we are retrieving, we see that there are no sows in this selection. Sows to mate are all the sows for the mating. And when we click on retrieve, we can see all the sows we can mate. The status of the sows is in production but not mated, and weaned, the weaned sows. Present is yes, and the sex of the animals is female. As we can see, all the animals, almost all the animals, are animals that have not mated before. We can also create a new report. For this we are going to My Reports and we click on New. Here we see a selection of the categories in which we can create a report. For example, the period results, the working lists. And when we are creating a report in the category animal data, We click on Animal Data. Okay. We give the report a name. We are adding the columns we want to see. We are setting our selection. What do we want to see? All the animals that are present. And maybe we want to see all the animals that have an expected farrowing date of the 31st of December 2012. When we click on Next, we can do the sorting of the report. We can sort on tag number, for example. We click on Next. The grouping, maybe we want to group animals with each other. For example, all the animals that are born on the same date. Here we see the page properties. And here we can see available to all sites, to all companies. When we have multiple companies in one database and we have a report that is created only for one of the two, then we click here and we can say only this company has access to this report. And after we have done all these steps, we click on Finish. A little bit further down, we can see the group records, and this is a checklist for all the things, all the data we have entered at the company data for the finishers and the weaned piglets. For example, when we click on Arrived Animals and we retrieve the data, we can see what kind of information is given. The date of arrivals, numbers of animals, the weight, amounts, and the barn. On the right hand side, we can see in the selection that the kind of information is animals entered, so the arrival of finishers or weaned piglets. And the date is between the 1st of November and the 31st of March.